Alright, I'm gonna share this real quick and I'll be right back with y'all. I gotta talk about this real quick. Make it real quick and I'm out of here. Alright, just give me a second. I got something to be Give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. Alright, everybody, I'm back. So, yo, check this out, man. Y'all know this location right here. This is where Mace famously recorded his video. Man, listen, I ain't even got time for all that. Listen. I ain't even got time for all that. Listen. I just wanted to talk about this real quick because I know it's going to be out and other people are going to have their way about it and how they present it in the public and everything like that. So I wanted to present it myself. First of all, I want to say the last time that I was at Daddy's House Recording Studio was with Harve, Pierre, and Black Rob and Flame Slow. So shout out to all three of them. RIP to Black Rob. I just got into a conversation about Black Rob, weirdly enough, in Harlem today. What's going on? Already. So, the last time being that I was at Daddy's House Recording Studio before it was closed was with Harve Pierre, Black Rob, and Flames Flow. I never ever got a sense that Harve Pierre was a funny style person in the factory of being sexually or whatever that the people want to put out there that they put in his latest allegations. In fact, I'm going to go as far as to say as this. And I ain't going to say it by name, but I reached out to Harve Pierre's cousin. You know what I'm saying? I reached out to his cousin during his birthday and I let him alert. I said, yo, there's some things going on or whatever, because people are asking us questions. You can't avoid it. You know what I mean? But I hear a lot of people silent at the same time. Y'all know a lot of these motherfucking accusations just cannot be true. First of all, even back then when we couch came in, niggas was millionaires. That's first thing. When we were there, everybody was a millionaire already. You know what I mean? When we got into the door. So make no mistake about it. Everybody we were working for were already multi-millionaires or 100,000-aires. You know what I'm saying? As we like to say sometimes. Irregardless, all the women that were around us, all the women that were available to us, even at our tier in the department where I was working at, was readily and available all the time. All that we had to say is, yo, we were puffing, it's going down, you know what I mean? Now, we didn't take advantage of any of these women. We were given strict orders many a time to be a certain way around women, having them come into your hotel room, shit like that or whatever. This was at the advice of niggas that were bigger than us. You know what I'm saying? In every respective regard. The Mike B's, the Prez's, the Malcolms, or whatever. They always told us be on our P's and Q's with the women when we out of town. And so that's what we did. So now everybody wants me to turn on Puff and start shitting on Puff for whatever reason. And I'm just not going to do that. I have all the ample opportunity, people say, because of my previous story and my previous gripe, is for some reason or another, people can want to act like they can hold me to contention for that or whatever. You can't hold me to anything of that. That's my decision. And if I get invited to the dinner because we say we put the band back together, then that's what it is. I'm not going to make any mistake and sit here and pretend like for some reason or another, you look beautiful, by the way. I'm not going to sit here and pretend just because I come from that music genre, music industry, however you want to put it. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like if this guy is guilty, I'm going to still defend him. That's not going to be the case. I told you this guy's repeatedly, or whatever the case may be, I don't have that much loyalty to someone to defend them against, how you doing? I don't have that much loyalty to someone to defend them against sexual assaults. You know what I mean? I just don't. I ain't going to do that. I got 2 sisters, and that'll never happen. You know what I mean? I couldn't step my foot in the door. I got girl cousins. You know, I have a cousin that's a freaking author, a Christian author. She's won like 2 awards for Christian authors and stuff and all that, whatever. Good for her. But I couldn't even step face around Christmas time. You understand what I'm saying? If I would side with someone that was actually guilty of sexual assaults, or any type of assault for that matter. I'm just not that type of guy. I ain't built like that, never will be like that. And as far as I'm concerned, ain't no motherfucking excuse you can give us. Ain't no excuse you can give me to say, oh yeah, I took some for Jay. Ain't no motherfucking excuse you can give me. None. So, and I'm pretty sure most of the dudes I know feel the same way. So let me make that clear before I talk any more about Puff and my tenure at the company and all that crap or whatever. Now, this latest accusation, because that's what it is. Nobody's been convicted of anything. It's an accusation. It's an accusation in a timely fashion when the Adult Survivors Act was coming to a close. And in a 4-day window of a 5-day week, but only a 4-day working week, there was over 3,700 lawsuits filed, including people like Axl Rose and a couple of others. Yeah, Axl Rose. Ain't nobody talking about Axl's. Axl shit is worse than Puff. When he's a kid, go look at Axl Rose shit. And maybe you have something to talk about then, huh? People say, you know what? Why don't you turn around and be this, despicable motherfucker and just be like, hey, you know what? Ha, fuck, da da da. Because I know the source of where it's coming from and fueling the flame. And like I said, that bitch only got a couple more minutes anyway. Enjoy while you can, bitch. Enjoy while you can. And I say that respectfully, but disrespectfully as a motherfucker. And don't stop using my words in your interviews. I say that. So stop using my words in your interviews. That's plagiarism. Listen. I was at that company for 17 years. I was there since I was a kid. My legend, or whatever the hell you want to call it, at this point, even in my young point in life, is still linked to that company. And I'm not going to let my legacy at that company be detoured because of pure simply the fact that someone's being accused of something and not convicted. Accused, not convicted. And so even with a monetary payout or whatever, that's not a conviction. That's an admittance to a certain degree or whatever. I guess you could say that, but that's definitely not a conviction. So some of y'all that want to be online YouTube, your lawyers, the online YouTube litigation, you got to start coming to some conclusions because listen, a lot of the stuff that y'all filtering through your YouTube pages and everything like that, there's repercussions for shit like that. Ask Tasha K. She's still owed Cardi B. How much money now? $4 million? Yeah, that much of me is still left in the music business. And I intend in every film and fashion to sue the fuck out of Jaguar Wright. Your salacious mistreatment of the truth, your altering of details, your extreme adding of details to stories about Puff, about Christopher Williams, who, ironically enough, is Al B. Shore, who you say is your friend's first cousin. They're both from the Bronx, from Mount Vernon over there, don't you know? So I'm confused. I bring this stuff up and people just ignore it. They say, oh, no, you're trying to bash on a woman. I'm not bashing on a woman. I'm bashing on a lying woman. I know good women. Extremely good women. I know extremely successful women. And you see pictures with the women that I know. Dia Sims is a co-creator of Revolt TV. She's a multi-millionaire. Not some bungalow-ass broad. It's 6 weeks ago was, and not even 6 weeks ago, maybe a month ago, was sitting online crying and telling AT2 she was hungry. He sent her $5. $5. And he said he had a problem sending that. He was like, I'm not sending this broad no money. She gypped him out of $100 in the interview. I can't make this stuff up. I can't make this stuff up. And we all know it. We all see it. We all see it every day here on YouTube or whatever. I'm going to do y'all a favor. On Monday, I'm going to be back at the Jonathan Majors trial. I'm going to be covering that for you guys. But that'll be the last time. That'll be the last time. So if I don't get any support that day, that will be the last time that you will see any type of material like that on this page right here. It'll just be uploads. I can deal with that. I'll reach out to everybody more with uploads any goddamn way, evidently. I've got a whole squad of motherfuckers right now that's on a daily flagging me. Somebody actually came in one of my lives earlier and admitted they were flagging me, which was like crazy to me that you would even write that. You know what I'm saying? Well, all right, cool. You know what I mean? This is a whole tag team of, I guess, a cult, if you want to call it, that decide to come every day and every time. Why do you think, like, the post I put up about her don't get any traction? Have you ever asked yourself that? I put up the video where she clearly lied on me. There was one point where she said she never knew me, she never met me, I don't know you, you don't know me, and then on 5 minutes ago, we met each other at a club somehow in the 90s. I wasn't even partying in the 90s at clubs. You know, that's the ironic part. Then she switched it from that, and then there was another part where she had said something about Cassie, and now that I pointed that out, she's trying to rewrite that. I edged and I kind of, hinted. You didn't hint. You said that Cassie was being paid $500,000 a month and it got deducted down to $250,000 a month. I know Puff. Puff ain't paying no broad $500,000 a month. Not for no Vijay. I can't think of some Vijay that's worth $500,000 a month. Can y'all? I ain't never had no Vijay that good that's worth $500,000 a month. Trump behind me ain't paying $500,000 a month for some fucking Vijay. What's up, More 5? What's going on, man? It ain't nothing, man. We up here talking about Puff thing real quick. Everybody want me to say something. I need the team and the rest of everybody else up in Bad Boy to say something too. I'm the only one saying something, so remember that, Puff. I'm the main motherfucker, the last motherfucker you would think, but the main motherfucker in your corner right now. Because I know this shit is bullshit, it's coincidental, and it's circumstantial. With this Adult Survivors Act coming to a conclusion here in New York City. I told y'all about this the day after Thanksgiving when I found it out when I was simply going to get coffee. And I interjected into a conversation about the Adult Survivors Act, and it's something similar to that same act in California, which they have a shitload of litany of litigation getting ready to be proceeded there too, all for monetary gain. None of this has to do with criminal charges. Let me underline that. When y'all see me at the Jonathan Majors trial and things like that, that has to do with criminal litigation. But not that shit. That's monetary gain. You understand what I'm saying? So if you're a particular chick and you say, hey, back in 1985, somebody touched my butt funny. You know what I'm saying? Well, you can sue for that under the Adult Survivors Act. It's not the same to me as the extreme of a woman being taken advantage of, being taken in the bag of drugs and held for like 2 or 3 days when you do whatever the fuck you want to do with it. That's different. That shit I don't support. But if you were there, because listen, we're talking about a totally different period. Even my period, when I was coming up in the music, it was a different period in society, it was a different period in music, it was a different period in the industry, period. A lot of these girls came around, you know how many years I would go to like Memorial Day weekend, I would go to All-Star weekend, it'd be the same girls out there, year after year after year, and you know what they're doing. They hustling dudes, they're looking for somebody to knock them off so they can hit that cha-ching. You know what I'm saying? A basketball player, football player, somebody want to come up and acting. Let me get knocked up by him. Bang, bang, I got the check. I'm taken care of forever. Well, some of them anyway. We saw the same girls year after year at these same events. And they were doing the same shit. Hustling, looking for a come up, or whatever the case may be. Now, you want me to feel sorry for them broads? They knew what the game was. Now, the girl that got taken advantage of, and she was just there to view the concert or something like that, oh, I got the most sympathy for her. Fuck you. I got the most sympathy for her. But the girls that came around hustling, because that's what they were doing. They were hustling. You come over there, you offer some Vijay. Hey, can you get me in the club? Hey, can we get a bottle? Hey, can I get a Birkin bag? Hey, can I get this? Can I get that? Can I get this? It still goes on to this day. Don't believe me? Ask Lil Baby. Ask Kendrick Lamar. It still goes on to this day, people. It still goes on to this day. So one of the things here I got to put for you, and I got to tell you truthfully and honestly, is this. I don't think Puff's guilty of any of this shit. I don't think Puff will be convicted of anything. I don't think there'll be any criminal investigations beyond the point of a deposition. That's my opinion. I don't think that Puff would have to do this shit. You understand what I'm saying? And I really take problem with the kid that popped up at, he went to Howard University or something like that, talking about he got taken advantage of back in the homie, that was 30-something years ago. You talking about you still got the pants and all this? My thing is, where are the parents? We asked ourselves the same question back when we had the R. Kelly thing going on. What were the parents? And what we found then was the parents were involved in some of these cases, yeah? And so at least, if not indirectly, if not directly, indirectly. You understand what I'm saying? Well, like, if I had a 14-year-old daughter, I know where the fuck my 14-year-old daughter is at all times. You know what I'm saying? I knew when I was growing up, my mom and my dad used to know where the fuck we were, no matter if we didn't want them to know. You know what I'm saying? That's for real. You know how many times my mom and dad pulled up on us? It was like, how the fuck y'all knew we was over here? Because we used to come over here. You know what I mean? So, you get it? So I'm just saying to you, man, like, I really don't believe that it was endorsed. But you do have to ask that question. What were the parents at that time? And most people don't have an answer. So I'll say for the last time with Puff, I'm going to say specifically this. Puff, I honestly and truthfully hope that you know that we're supporting you. I hope you know that we love you. I hope that we know that we trust that you won't be involved in any of this shit ever again. And I hope that this shit circles over well. You know what I'm saying? Which I think it will. I think it will smother over and it'll go away. Now, as far as these women, what were you at years ago? Why wait until now was opportunities? Because it looks opportunist as hell. I gotta admit, it looks, the moment, the timing, the law collapsing, everything just looks very little bit too, what's the name? And I see a lot of pro-feminists out there, the toxic feminists, not the real feminists. Real feminists want equality for everyone. These toxic feminists want a female-dominated world where we look like fucking, I don't know, like fucking Wonder Woman in the Amazons and shit. You know what I mean? I'm not too much for that one. So one thing I'll tell you guys, honestly and truthfully, is this, man. I hope to God the Puff hadn't done this. I hope that it doesn't mess up the tenure I had at the company for 17 years. I hope that the black community, which many of them are like, in my private opinion, they're like fucking mentally ill, and they don't like anything but violence and crazy shit. Like I don't know, man. You know, I've been in that life before. It ain't fun. You know what I'm saying? But what I mean is like, I'm trying to paraphrase here without going too deep. It's like the consumption level of blacks and Latinos and what they consume here on YouTube is crazy. Like, you have a whole trope of motherfuckers that never met Puff in this life, never been in the music industry, anything else as ourselves, trying to dictate to you or tell you what's what and how's what and how they knew what and everything like that. And once a lawyer starts looking at some of these motherfucking podcasts, it's what some of these niggas have allowed also. Some of y'all are getting kind of slick and thinking, okay, if I don't say anything during the interview, it doesn't allude to I agree. Oh, yes, it does. Once you allow somebody to say something on your program and you know and you have acknowledgement that it's not the truth, you are still liable, sir, ma'am. I don't know who told you wasn't, but you better check back with that lawyer at such and such law firm. All right? You're not fucking around with kids here. You're not fucking around with little people here. You're fucking around with something you don't understand. That's what's going on here. You got people on here on YouTube that never seen more than fucking $40,000 in their life in a year, sitting up here talking about, hey, tell them to take me to court, tell them to sue me. Jaguar Wright ain't got a fucking pot to piss in to throw it out. She's staying at people's homes and shit. Getting online talking about how the fuck did you go from needing $185 a night for a hotel room to all of a sudden now you get ready to put a down payment on a fucking house within a month. Come on, man. Come on, man. Who the fuck are you fooling? She's the leader of the female revolution? No, she's a fucking, in my opinion, because I had a piece done on me, don't you know, over there, Stormin' Road. Yeah, Stormin' Road. He's big shit, don't you know? That's Tasha K, the one that Cardi B sued. That's her protege. He did a whole little expose on it and shit. It was fucking cute. He was like, oh, so you mean he wasn't a CEO? No, but I worked at the company for 17 fucking years, so who the fuck you think I don't know, you stupid fuck? That's what I said to him. And when I did the video, they flagged it like 6 or 7 times. Compared to your how many years in the music industry, Storm? That's the state that's confusing for me. We have motherfuckers that were never in the music industry. Fuck your little stint at CBS. That don't count. Who the fuck's at CBS? Anybody gives a shit about it. But anyway, like I'm saying, tell us when you were in the music business, it was on the same equation that we were. Where you were partying with stars, hanging with stars, you got star friends, and what you're gonna find is every time these motherfuckers are gonna come up short. Because they don't have the same experience as us. And that's the thing that's pathetic about it. They literally sit around and make up fucking stories. That's why I was glad when Jada Pinkett Smith said what she said. She said, oh, we're gonna sue. Start suing these motherfucking bloggers. You wanna talk some shit, you wanna say some shit, you wanna sell it to your audience that it's an adamant and permanent fact? Okay, stick by that. Well, make sure your money's at the same place where your fucking gumption and your fucking, your atrocious attitudes are. Make sure your money's there. Because like I said, I start out at $300K and I'll drag the bitch for about 2 years just to be an asshole. You know what, Your Honor? We need another moment of discovery. I found another video. You know what, Your Honor? She said something else on this date. I want to add this in as evidence. Well, I'll take about 4 weeks so we can reach our schedule. I want to see how long your fucking money actually is, Storm Monroe. Because for you to get up online all the time here on YouTube and put out all these atrocious facts about people, atrocious lies rather, about people all the fucking time is beyond me. Now you want to start with me, but you won't admit to your own shit. These are the niggas talking about Puff. A nigga that was sitting online, y'all want to condemn Puff, but a nigga was sitting online talking about specifically to abort black male babies. With a ragtag bitch that sat up there that looks like a fucking man. She looks like a man. I was waiting for her any time one of the podcasts to pull a dick out. I was like, oh shit, she's longer than me. What the fuck? That bitch looks like a fucking tranny all the way. You can't tell me nothing fucking different. What I find strange is this latest case chick is the same lawyer as Cassie used. Exactly. What else you say here? Which makes you think this lawyer is hard up for Puff. Listen, there's a whole bunch of people that's hard up for Puff. They've been on hard on for Puff for a couple of years. You know what I mean? Even when I worked at the company, it was like, I can't even, and this is what we knew. I can't say what happened behind closed doors, but I remember like at least 3 to 4 times out of the fucking week, this motherfucker's getting a suit or somebody's trying to make a suit. So it happens. You know what I'm saying? Like if you don't get sued, you're nobody. You mean you ain't making no real money? You know what I'm saying? You making under 500,000, motherfuckers ain't coming at you really like that. Once you get over about 1.5, niggas just coming at you. IRS, all that shit, they coming, they want their money. Because that's about 30, depending on what state you live in, that's anywhere between 30 to 34% in taxes. So they coming after you about 1.5. 1.5, that's when you better get ready. Get your accountant right, get your CPA right, you know what I'm saying? Like ASAP. Please hit the like button, I appreciate that. But yeah, most states, they don't come after you till about 1.5. You know what I'm saying? Some states 1.2. But if you under 500,000, they ain't gonna hit you. They'll let you sit for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Longer than a motherfucker that's worth over 1.5, 3. You know what I mean? Now you like, we need that shit this month. This is it's our last attempt to reach you, sir. That's a fact. I seen motherfuckers, because you always gonna get sued. If you're an artist, somebody gonna sue you, somebody that work for you gonna sue you, video production companies gonna sue you, they ain't get paid on time, you know what I'm saying? PA people might sue you, concert venue might sue you, your lawyer might sue you. You know what I'm saying? This is a fact, like, and these niggas don't know this because they never been in a business like us. You understand what I'm saying? That's why I talk so loosely the way I talk. I was doing this shit when I was 20 fucking years old. I came in a bad boy when I was almost, 21 going on 22, something like that. So I lived a life. I was around multi-millionaires from that time on for the next 17 years. You feel me? And everybody know me for that. So it's like, when motherfucker talk money to me, it's like, you better talk some real fucking money. My boss is currently worth $1 billion. That's how much Puff is worth. $1 billion. $1 billion. You understand? Of course I'm gonna stand with that. I'm not gonna sit here and tackle and try to take Puff down, and I'm looking at the shit that I've been saying for the past. And I'm not saying this because I work for the man. I'm saying for the simple honesty of the situation. The Adult Survivors Act expired. I said this the day after Thanksgiving on my live at that point. The law expired. It had a year extension. It was from November 2022 to November of this year, 2023. Directly, ironically, on Thanksgiving night, which was at 12 a.m. All right? Now, prior to those 3 days, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, Thanksgiving being on a Thursday, lawsuits were filed because all these lawyers, of course, alerted these women, hey, this is your last chance. The law has been exasperated. You understand what I'm saying? It no longer exists. So unless somebody puts it up and they say, hey, let's, reintroduce this law, or whatever the case may be, the law will never come back. Or there'll be some introduction of something that's similar to it, but not at the same. Within the choice, because Friday was actually an operational day for government again. In the course of between Monday and that Friday, with exemption of Thursday, there was over 3,700 motherfucking cases filed. 3,700. Now you mean to tell me that 3,700 women simultaneously within the past 20 years, every guy out here is a fucking stalker? I'm not a stalker. I know when a girl doesn't want to give me some vajay. I know when a girl likes me. You understand what I'm saying? So I hang out with guys that don't take vajay. I hang out with guys that for years, decades now, I've never seen them or haven't had a vision of them or heard a rumor of them taking some vajay, you know, doing something rude to them. Most of the guys I hang around with, they gentlemen and chicks. You know, after we get with each other, we'll be like, yo, she was a bitch, right? You know what I mean? We'll do that. But, never done it. So, you have to excuse me if I ain't all with this shit condemning all men and trying to make all men look like they fucking pedophiles and shit. And that's just not the case. You understand what I'm saying? And I see what's going on here. That's all I got to say. California expires the 15th, so see what's going on. Crawl out the woodwork. Okay, so California expires the 15th of December. That's some information I didn't know. Let's see how many lawsuits are filed out there. Exactly. Do not get me confused that all 3,700 lawsuits are false or without merit. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying to you guys is, out of those 3,700 fucking lawsuits, there's at least 2,000 of them that's false. So let's say half and half. It's a money grab. There's no criminal charges involved. This is monetary damages. These are civil lawsuits. Civil lawsuits. So even if the chick win, you're not vindicated. Basically what you're telling the state is you can be paid. I want y'all to think about that. Pup, I don't know about everybody else, but we still with you. I'm still with you. For the moment right now, I'm still with Pup. And I'm going to stay standing by Pup. But I think as time progresses on, what you're going to see is that Pup wasn't lying. What you're going to see is the statement that was put out. It wasn't false. What I think you're going to see is not only that, but I think you're going to see a lot of people eyes start waking up and they're going to say, hey, you know what? This does make sense. The Adult Survivors Act, expiring in New York City, all these lawsuits being simultaneously filed back to back to back. It makes sense. And once you put it together, you'll see something different. And I think what you're going to mostly see is this. There will be no criminal litigation for this shit. That's definite, okay? The second fucking thing you're definitely going to see is this. You're going to see a lot of these women retract their lawsuits because they don't have enough fucking proof to prove what they're saying. That's the one thing that I think is going to make all of you guys start thinking at that point. When you start seeing the court retract the lawsuits, meaning they're not winning, and you start seeing it in droves, you're going to start understanding what I'm saying. So that's all I got to say. Harve, Pierre, hold your head. Puff, hold your head. And it's bad boy for life, and that's what it is, you know? Whatever comes out of the end of my legend, whether it's good or bad, my tenure at the company, I just want to say, all the artists I worked with at Bad Boy, all the people that still know me from recently just going to our reunion dinner that we had here in Manhattan, I appreciate everybody. I've went everywhere. I've traveled everywhere. I've stayed in some of the best fucking places, the Cleveland, the W, I've stayed at all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Multiple times. So, you know what I mean? We did it, we lived it, or whatever. We saw money, you know what I mean? Real money. And I'm content with that shit. You know what I'm saying? I really am. But I just don't want to have our shit interrupted and what Bad Boy built as a company be disrupted because of some silly broads that ain't shit happened to them. They just want to pay that. Cassie was just here in New York just recently. I covered the, what was it? I think it was Wednesday when I covered the Jonathan Majors trial. So she was here Tuesday. So I missed her. You know what I'm saying? Because I would have loved to walk up on her and see what's happening. You know what I mean? I would have loved to. Exactly. That's what I was saying, Toria. Toria said the same thing. Just because 3,700 filed does not mean all were accepted either. It doesn't. And a lot of them will be tossed. A lot of those cases are going to be retracted, tossed, or whatever because there's not enough evidence. If you're trying to pull a case from like, so this is the thing, if you're trying to pull a case and you're trying to pull proof on that case from like, I don't know, let's say with Axl Rose. Axl Rose's case goes all the way back to 1984. Axl Rose of Guns N' Roses. So he's included in the suit, a little people know. And Axl Rose, one of the accusations against him goes back to like 1984 or some shit like that. There was no timeline on when these ladies could file these charges against these men. There was no timeline. So they could do, I think it was up to 30 to 40 years back or something like that. Shit was kind of crazy. In case y'all realize it or not, this is where Mace filmed the video right here. You understand what I'm saying? I'm up here real quick. I thought that'd be kind of like dope for y'all to see or whatever. But this is where Mace filmed the video at, just in case y'all don't know. He did it with Puff or whatever. Y'all understand what the vibes were. You know what I mean? Shout out to BBE, Bad Boy Entertainment. I'm standing on mine, man. You know what I'm saying? Till I see otherwise, and I'll be the first one to be here, and I'll be like, all right, you know what? It's cool. You know what I'm saying? I can do that. I can be man enough to do that. But until right now, until time furthers, I'm sticking with the motherfucking boss. You understand what I'm saying? I'm sticking with the motherfucking boss. There's been too many periods of time where motherfuckers take off running. And I want to let all other people, including people that are former, mad at Puff currently, or whatever the fuck else, your legacy is tied to this company as well. Let's not forget, okay? So while you sit down and you talk about, oh, I'm just going to be silent, I'm not going to say everything. Everybody knows us from fucking working for Puff. That's what they know our face from. That's where they know our what. We all motherfucking linked to Puff Daddy. You know what I'm saying? So listen, you can't spend, some of y'all still around, so you can't spend 20, 25 years. For me, it was 17 years. And I'm still around in the music industry. I'm still at these cases. As you see me at the Jonathan Majors trial, I'm covering that. I covered Trump on Thursday. We're known for this, for that company. And that's never going to change. You can't detract from that. But if you tarnish your legacy with the company because a couple motherfuckers online said that's the thing to do, you a fucking fool. And not saying anything is worse. And speaking of that, I'm going to say one more time. Puff, you got to make a statement. Talk to Killer B, Big Braff, tell him what you ask him what you should say. You got to make a statement. And don't make the statement via revolt. You got to make the statement in a mini press conference type of format or a press release to the motherfucking whole press. This is an international thing now. You understand what I'm saying? Sometimes we got to look at ourselves and not know how big we are. Sometimes I don't even know still to this day when I walk in certain rooms how, like I feel like a regular person, you know what I mean? So you got to make that decision. You got to make it quick. I say by Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday at the latest. Next thing I'll say to you is this. Remember what I said before on here, and I'll say it again. You know what I'm saying? Which is this. And a lot of people from Bad Boy watch me, so, you know what I mean? Run back and tell them. You need to drop 3 videos. Simultaneously have them planned out, how to drop them, whatever. And those ones are going to be follow. The first 2 don't have to be in specific order, but Tough Love, that's definitely one of them from Sway Lee. Definitely need to hear that. See that visually. The next one after that, I'm going to say definitely is Moments with Justin Bieber. I would say match out and throw out probably Justin Bieber first, and then throw out the joint with what's the name of Tough Love, and then after that follow it up with the Kim Porter joint. After the Kim Porter joint drop, you follow that one up with the Mary J. Blige joint. So it needs to be 4 together. And that's what I would say do. The third thing I would say is this. Massage this. Don't take it with too much haste. You know, there's gonna be people that are gonna say things. They're already saying things. They're asking me questions. They're asking other people at the company questions. I don't give a shit. I'm not answering any of you motherfucking bloggers. So anybody wants to interview with me, because there's been like 67 motherfuckers that asked me that shit. I'm not talking about shit with you. You won't cut my shit up. Hey, see what he said? Nah, I've done a perfect job in the 4 years. I'm a musician. I'm not a fucking YouTuber, all right? In the past 4 years I have been on YouTube, I avoided doing any interviews with anybody talking about Bad Boy Entertainment, talking about the music industry, talking about any of that shit, because I'm not a fucking snitch, for one. 2, I don't do that shit. I don't get off on just jumping online talking, hey, you know what, when I worked with this person in 2004, you know what they did? You know what they told me? Like, I'm not jumping on YouTube doing that shit. That's cocksucker shit. I don't do shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, that, like, if you do shit like that, to me, it was like you was always plotting to do shit like that. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's how I feel. I feel like you were sitting around us the whole time. You were collecting information. You were having a dossier built up on us. And now you want to expose it to the fucking YouTube community. These weak-ass motherfuckers. The same community. Most of the people on YouTube, believe it or not, these motherfuckers were nerds 10 years ago. Most of the people that's talking on you, these motherfuckers were nerds. Like you would smack them in the back of the head, yo, what you got on our lunch, bitch? And now they tough guys. And because of all the cameras and everything like that, you can't do what you used to do. You can't beat the shit out of somebody if they say something smart or sarcastic to you. Remember those days you could smack the shit out of somebody if they said something wrong to you. Nowadays you got to worry about, oh, you hurt me. The guys act like bitches nowadays, you know, be quite honest with you. And this is bitch behavior when you're online. And I hate to say it like that, but you got a lot of men that are on here and they're complimenting Jaguar Wright and the gossip that she's putting out. And I got to say, that's not man-like. That's more condescending of a man that grew up with a single mom and had a whole bunch of sisters and aunties. You might as well get your fucking fingernails fixed. You understand? That's how I feel about that one. If you sitting around, you cackling like a hen with the chicks. For real, girl? Like if you're part of the LBGT community or something, I understand it. But if you call yourself a heterosexual fucking grown-ass man and you're around on YouTube cackling and henning with the women, I gotta look at you as a fucking fruit. I'm sorry. I gotta look at you as you're not as masculine as you're proclaiming you are. Because real men don't sit around cackling with the gals. Pink rollers in their hand, fucking tutus and shit, you know? You need some talcum powder and baby oil too, you know? Like this is the shit we dealing with. So I'll say like this, the guys that are on here, on YouTube, and they got this type of, you know, approach to their interviewing, they call themselves journalists. What you do is not journalism. What the fuck I do is journalism. I'm at the Jonathan Majors trial. I'm at the fucking Trump trial. You understand? That's journalism. That shit you do, that's fucking gossiping online and making up porky pies and lies. That ain't what I do. So with that, I'll just say, once again, I'm sticking with the fucking boss on this one because my motherfucking legend is on the line with this shit too. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about an effective. I had anything to do with some shit Puff did. I'm more in the sense of, or what they saying he did, and I don't believe. But more so in the fact that I'm part of this company. I just recently had a dinner with the people that I hold very dear to me, that were all sitting at the table. Some of us hadn't been next to each other in a while time, especially before the pandemic. You know what I'm saying? So I love my brothers I used to work with. I really do, from the bottom of my heart. Even though we don't get along, we'll see eye to eye sometimes on shit, it don't fucking matter. Still bad boy, you feel me? So I ain't gonna sit up here and throw shit up on the Puff. Because what? Because y'all feel the way? Y'all feel the way in the YouTube community? Y'all think like, oh, okay, well, I got the answers. You got the answers how? You never been in the music industry. You never done what we done. You haven't traveled into the places we travel. You haven't partied into the places we party. You haven't been around any of the people we know. You don't know any of the fucking music artists we know. You don't know any of the music artists y'all talk about on y'all vlogs. We do. We've either worked with these people or been around these people. So for me, it's a fucking mistake for you to think for one fucking second with knowing that people know these people to get online and irresponsibly filter all kinds of bullshit to them about these people. You don't, Puff has not been convicted of nothing, so stop saying he did what, before you find yourself in the courtroom. Paul Pierre has not been convicted of nothing, so stop whatting on these lines, chatting with Jaguar Wright. And like I said, Jaguar, I hope you got about 300K, you understand, for at least starting out. I need about 300K out of you starting out, man, for real. 300K, and I'm not stopping from there. You know what I'm saying? I might cash you out about, you know what I'm saying, 150. I might. I want this bitch to be broke. That's what I want. You want to play chess and checkers? I want this bitch broke. I want this bitch with nothing. That's how I feel. Because you had more than the opportunity, just like Tasha K did, to quit doing what you was doing, and you kept doing what you was doing. So let's see if your lawyer match up with Puff lawyer. Let's see if your lawyer match up with the lawyer I ascertain the representation. Let's see if all that good hot shit you talking online add up. But if it don't add up, just remember, you in debt for about, I'm gonna leave it on about 300K. If you ain't got at least 150 to pay up, we're gonna leave it at 300K. And see how long it take you. Since you and Storm got that big money, you know, y'all niggas talking that big money shit in the back of Ubers and shit. You know what I'm saying? Fake ones make it bad for real victims, a fact. Rose case made me laugh during those times. Yeah, y'all talking about Rose Red, whatever her name is. I heard about that chick talking. Yeah, they all got something to say. They all got something to say right now. I ain't gonna talk too much more, whatever. I know if it was Puffy, tell me just cut it short after that. You done said enough, Playboy. But yeah, man, listen. Yeah, Bad Boy representing, and I ain't changing shit. Niggas, if y'all on the team and you been on the team and you done party, ate all Puff and everything else or whatever, look, nigga ain't gave me a dime. You know what I'm saying? The Cash App, $ STRINGERBELL80, Puff. You hear it? $STRINGERBELL80. Just in case you do hear it, you know, on that end. But I'm telling you, straight for life, I'm not going to turn my back on this man right now. I've worked for this man for 17 years. I'm not going to get to the point right now where I'm just like, okay, you know what? I believe them over her. I'm just not going to do it. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, it's Bad Boy for life. Salute. I'm up here. This is when Mace did the video. In case all y'all across the country, all my followers, y'all don't know. This is when Mace did the video. I know a couple of y'all looking like, yo, what's that right there? This is when Mace did the video. Y'all can see it a little bit better right here. You hear it? Thinking man, swanking bad for real ones. It do. But listen, when y'all see me throw some information for the future though, make sure y'all share that shit. You understand? Because there's a contingency of her little followers and her cult members on my page flagging my shit. So y'all make sure y'all share that shit, get it out to the people. Like I said, I still don't believe Puff is guilty of any of this shit. I worked for that man for 17 years. I ain't seen no flake shit in him that would even make me think he would possibly do some shit like that. You feel me? So I'm not gonna sit back here and cap for y'all and act like which whatever. You know, like I'm just not gonna do that. I'm just not gonna do that. So anyway, listen, man. Cash App is $STRINGERBELL80. I know probably 80% of y'all don't fuck with me now, whatever. But I don't get no checks from Puff right now. You understand what I'm saying? That's a fact. You know what I mean? Am I still in allegiance with the company? Yes, I am. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because y'all hiring? Niggas be talking all that hot shit or whatever. If you get rid of all these jobs, who hiring? Y'all niggas that's scheming online? Who's hiring? Such and such podcast? You gonna get us to $1 billion? There's more at stake here than what y'all believe. You understand what I'm saying? And it's crazy. Thank you, Tory Williams. I ain't worried about it. Ain't none of these niggas gonna donate to me. They you know, they've been pinpointed in their mind by a toxic feminist that I'm not the dude to fuck with, but I'm the only one in this scenario that's telling the truth here. So it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Puff, hold your head. Harve, Pierre, hold your head. I know y'all ain't doing no shit like this. Niggas ain't gotta take pussy. Excuse my French. Niggas ain't gotta take pussy. Trust me. You know what I'm saying? The shit sound odd anyway. So I'm up out of here. I'll talk to y'all another time or whatever. I'm gonna give y'all a blessing on Monday when I'm covering the trial again. Like my latest update or whatever. Friday I didn't stream here on YouTube. I streamed on my other site, and so and I ain't telling you. I don't like mixing my audiences. Like I don't want to take my audience from YouTube and the tens of thousands over here and then bring them over there to this. I don't want to do that. I want two separate crowds. If I want the same motherfuckers, I would tell every last one of y'all where I'm at. I don't. And if it's your first time here, I curse. Sometimes I smoke on cigarettes on camera or whatever. You know what? I can fucking do that. If you don't like it, go somewhere else. All right, guys. I'm out of here. Y'all have a good night. Once again, right here. I'm going to turn this around so y'all can see this real quick. This is what Mace did, the video right here. You heard? See, I'll bring y'all real New York shit. I'm going to take y'all around real quick so y'all can see the whole goddamn thing. I'll bring y'all real NY shit, though. Don't I? Who else bring you to trial and all that shit or whatever? Motherfuckers ain't even got access to that. And on top of that, y'all see the video out of NBC, ABC, Fox News, and People Magazine. Who got Jonathan Major's attention and got a response? Must be me and me alone. Y'all already know. I love the shorts about Tidal. I really don't know that her music was there. Yeah, nobody know her music there except for her. And you know how I know? Let me expound on that real quick before I leave. You know how I know that she knew her music was on Tidal and she fucked up when she did this? She tried to tell somebody the other day and I caught it. She said, oh, my music's available everywhere. I knew it was on Spotify. I knew it was on 2 other ones. But I didn't know it was on Tidal until I was speaking with my homie. He was like, yo, I wonder if her shit on Tidal. That would be funny as fuck, right? I said, yo, you know what, nigga? Let me go look. I go, look, her shit is on Tidal. Your music is on motherfucking Tidal, but you hate Jay-Z? I'm confused. Her music is on Tidal that's owned by Jay-Z, but she hate Jay-Z. Cash App is in the description box. It'll also be in a pinned comment. Things ain't respecting my motherfucking flow, man. I don't know what it is, man. I don't know. Y'all make sure y'all hit up that Cash App. Bless your boy. We up here. This is when Mace did the video, actually and factually. You understand? Thought I'd bring y'all up here. She is a hypocrite. She's a hypocrite. The niggas that's promoting her is hypocrites. And I don't know why more niggas ain't on that Storm and Roll nigga. That nigga was promoting the motherfucking abortion of black men. I don't fuck with that nigga, man. In my opinion, niggas should be on his back, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, nigga, like any older other bloggers that don't see nothing right with that, niggas should be over there just like fucking with him right now. Like, yo, son, what the fuck are you talking about? What black babies? Like, niggas should really see that nigga on that, question him. Like, that's just my personal opinion. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Motherfuckers ain't got no integrity no more. You know what I mean? Like, so it'd be different. You know what I'm saying? Be different. When I ain't supposed to look good out here, I'm supposed to look horrible, huh? I'm supposed to look fucked up, huh? You know what I'm saying? Yo, shout out to Kimmy Love, man, for taking that picture of me, that screenshot of me or whatever. Kimmy, I look horrible, right, baby? I look horrible, you know what I'm saying? I look terrible, yeah? Fucked up out here, you know what I'm saying? I need some help, you know what I'm saying? Man, listen, man. I ain't no YouTube thirsty motherfucker like that, you know what I'm saying? I just ask motherfuckers to support the channel. It's a pure simple fact. I bring actual real journalism. I bring y'all from the motherfucking the Trump trial on Thursday. I brought y'all to the Jonathan Majors trial. Like, I be having real material on my page. So it's like I feel insulted when I get somebody that doesn't have real material on their page and they're just like basically trying to do everything to bash the real material. You understand? That's not fair to me. And that's not playing fair. And I think it's a sad case of affairs. You know what I mean? Y'all allow people to vibe like that. I know you don't, Tori. I know you don't. But anyway, listen, y'all, I'm going to get up off here for my battery dying and all that. Make sure y'all hit up the Cash App, $STRINGERBELL80. Come on, y'all, let's get it, man. Like, I shouldn't even have to sit up here like this. You know what I mean? Let's get it. You know what I mean? $STRINGERBELL80. Show me some love. I just want a coffee. Watch this shit. I just want a coffee, y'all. That's all I need. I just need coffee. You know what I mean? He said, I do not watch that clown. You crazy. All right, y'all, I'm out of here. I'll talk to y'all in a minute. Like I said, I just want a coffee. $STRINGERBELL80. Hey, yo, King Pain, what up, boy? All right, Crown family and all y'all, man. And my old subscribers, and even y'all hating ass motherfuckers sitting there in the corner. Bitch, when you find out, you're going to be mad at a motherfucker.